So Joanna now likes Callum?
Another thing, fucking plot twist. I don't know if it's just me just overthinking situations because Callum was just so nice, like so genuine, so lovely.
I definitely think you need to explore this with Callum.
I'll admit it, I didn't see that coming, especially not after that great speech Chris gave about Joanna last night. Poor old Chris. Well, I guess she finds Chris a bit annoying and now wants Callum. Has Callum shown any interest in her? I've no idea. And there's going to be a celebrity joining them tonight, guys.
Islanders, it's time to get glam because tonight the Villa will host a VIP performance from an international superstar!
Craig David. Does Craig David know what he's signed up for? Does he know how many people are watching this show? I don't think he does he?
Hashtag rewind! Hashtag fill me in! You did it!
Now I know that most of you want to know the following. How many times can Toby on Love Island All-Stars say the word bro in 5 seconds?
Got mad respect for you, bro. Bro, Josh at you, bro. Bro, right. Bro, I want to just have a chat about it, bro.
The answer is apparently 6. There you go. Now, I think Love Island All-Stars should just change its name to Love Island All Blonde. Because, I mean, just look at this from last night, guys. A sea of blonde. There's so much blonde. It's blondelicious. It's blonding, group blonding. It's amazing. It's too much blonde, I think is what I'm trying to say. And I think this does kind of tie into perhaps what I've already said about KAZ and the lack of diversity on the show. Last night, as we all know, KAZ was dumped from the island and we had that really awful moment where she was just left to stand there. For me, I felt like it was almost like they were shaming her. It was terrible, and you could tell she was embarrassed. And I think the other islanders probably felt a little uneasy too. And I knew they were going to dump her there and then, but I thought the way they did it was really cold and almost a bit cruel too, because I thought, well, she had no one up there to support her. And, you know, it's not like she had done anything that would make you think, God, I can't wait for her to be dumped. So it was not a nice way for her to leave the show. But as I said in my video last night, she can hold her head up high. She did really, really well. But another ex-islander, Rachel Finney, who's also one of KAZ's friends, has been on social media to talk about the lack of diversity on Love Island All-Stars. And this is what she had to say. Just know that the Black Islanders are talking in the DMs. A lot were declined. Some refused. But there's still many to pick from. Where the hell are they on our screens? I'd also like to point out that I want diversity reflected in all aspects, ethnicity, body type, disability, etc. I, of course, just speak more where I relate. Well said, Rachel, and she's right. This particular season has been woeful when it comes to diversity. I think other people were putting up photos of season 10 on Twitter last night and showing how diverse it was, and it was incredibly diverse compared to this. Now, I do appreciate, of course, you're going to call up ex-Islanders and say, will you come on the show? And they're going to say, absolutely not. Some of them may have hated being on Love Island and never want to come back. I completely understand all that, but I just get the impression they didn't make much of an effort here. I get the impression that in many ways KAZ turned out to be just a patsy. You know, she turned out to be a contestant who they were never going to bother to find someone for. She was never going to get back with Tyler. She had no interest in that. And Tyler was off doing stuff with Hannah, which none of us understood. And if they ever establish a romantic connection again, I will absolutely shave my moustache and beard off. I won't actually do that. But my point is, they never bothered with KAZ. I feel like she was just there. It was tokenism, and the people they sent in were clearly not suitable, and it was just rubbish, lame effort on their part. And I'm not accusing these people of being awful people or necessarily, you know, being lazy. I'm just thinking you just could just do a better job next time, because it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. When you look at KAZ standing there last night, you think, gosh, there are very few people within that program who are like her, and it shouldn't be that way. You know, it shouldn't be that way. I've dropped my glasses. That's how disgusted I am. Anyway, let's hope we hear from Kaz when she gets back to the UK, and I'm sure she'll have some interesting things to say about how it all went down, because her interview with Maya Jama last night at the end of the show was just dull. Let's be honest. Those interviews at the end are all dull. I don't know why that's there at the end of the show. It doesn't seem like a bit that needs to be there. It just seems just very vanilla and boring. But there we go, my opinion. Anyway, guys, let's see what happens tonight, eh? Maybe some amazing stuff will happen. Or maybe it'll just be Georgia Steele, again, doing Georgia Steele stuff, and saying, hey everyone, look at me, look at what I'm doing. This is my show.